Have you ever checked your bank account and thought, man, at this rate, I'll never retire? Look, you're not alone. You're working hard, paying bills, maybe putting a little aside each month, and wondering if you'll ever hit that magic number, $1 million. Here's the thing most people don't realize. Hitting $1 million isn't about getting lucky or striking it rich overnight. It's about understanding simple math and avoiding the mistakes that keep most people stuck. Stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll see exactly when real people actually become millionaires and why you're probably closer than you think. So when do most people actually hit $1 million? Not the Instagram influencers, not the tech bros, but everyday Americans. The answer might shock you, and the reasons behind it will change how you think about money forever. According to recent data, about 9% of American adults are millionaires. That's roughly 1 in 11 people. Sounds pretty good, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Most of those people didn't get there until their 60s. The average millionaire today is 61 years old. Let me say that again, 61. That means most millionaires spent 30 to 40 years building their wealth. This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And this is exactly why so many people give up too early. Now you might be thinking, okay, but what does being a millionaire even mean? Great question, because there are actually two very different types of millionaires. Type 1, total net worth millionaires. Net worth is simple. Take everything you own, your house, your car, your savings, your investments, and subtract what you owe. If that number hits $1 million, you're technically a millionaire. Here's the problem. A lot of people hit millionaire status just because their house went up in value. Maybe they bought a house 20 years ago for $300,000, and now it's worth $1.2 million. On paper, they're a millionaire, but in reality, they might have almost nothing in the bank. They can't afford to fix the roof. They're one emergency away from financial disaster. Type 2, investable asset millionaires. This is the real deal. These are people with $1 million in liquid assets, money they can actually use. Cash, stocks, bonds, retirement accounts, not their house, not their car, real money that's working for them. And here's the kicker. Only about 2% of Americans fall into this category. That's 1 in 50 people. So when we talk about real millionaires, we're talking about a very exclusive club. Let's talk numbers, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this. According to the Federal Reserve, the typical household net worth peaks between ages 65 and 74 at about $410,000, not $1 million, not even close. That's including home equity. Let's break it down by age. Under 35, median net worth is $39,000. Ages 35 to 44, $135,000. Ages 45 to 54, $247,000. Ages 55 to 64, $364,000. Ages 65 to 74, $410,000. See the pattern? For most Americans, they never hit $1 million, ever, even after a lifetime of working. Now, before you get depressed, here's what most people don't realize. You don't have to be average. The difference between someone who retires broke and someone who retires a millionaire often comes down to just a few simple decisions made early and repeated consistently. Let me show you something that will blow your mind. This is where it gets really interesting. Example 1. Start at 25. Let's say you're 25 years old. You start putting $500 a month into a retirement account. That's $6,000 a year. You do this consistently, and your investments grow at an average of 7% per year, which is conservative for the stock market over long periods. By age 65, you'll have contributed $240,000 of your own money, but your account balance? About $1.3 million. That extra million came from compound interest, your money making money. Example 2. Wait until 35. Now let's say you wait until 35 to start. Same $500, same 7% return. By 65, you'll have about $610,000. Still good, but you just lost over $600,000 by waiting 10 years. Example 3. the 10% rule. Here's another one. If you make $100,000 a year and save 10%, $10,000, you're putting away twice as much as someone saving 5%, $5,000. Over 30 years at 7% returns, the 10% saver ends up with about $1 million, while the 5% saver has around $500,000. The math is simple, but most people don't do it. Why? Because they don't see results fast enough and they give up. Look, the math is easy. The hard part, the psychology. Here's what happens to most people. They start saving. They put money away for a year or 2 years. They check their account and see maybe $15,000. They think, this is pointless. At this rate, I'll never get anywhere. So they stop. They cash out, they spend it on a car or a vacation, and that's exactly the moment they kill their future wealth. Because compound interest doesn't work in a straight line. It starts slow, and then it explodes. In the early years, most of your account growth is just your own contributions. But after 10, 15, 20 years, the growth starts to dwarf what you're putting in. The people who become millionaires aren't smarter, they're not luckier, they just don't quit. They automate their savings, they ignore the noise, and they let time do the heavy lifting. Now you might be thinking, okay, but is $1 million even enough to retire on? Here's the answer. Yes, for most people, it absolutely is. There's something called the 4% rule. It says you can withdraw 4% of your portfolio each year in retirement without running out of money. So, a $1 million portfolio gives you $40,000 per year. Wait, $40,000? That's not enough. Hold on, that's before Social Security. The average Social Security payment is about $2,000 per month, or $24,000 per year. For a married couple, that's $48,000 from Social Security alone. Add that to your $40,000 from investments, and you're looking at $88,000 per year in retirement. That's more than most people make while they're working. All right, enough theory. Let's talk action steps. Here's what you do. Step 1. Automate everything. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your retirement or investment account. Do it on payday before you have a chance to spend it. Start with whatever you can, even if it's just $100 a month. Step 2. Increase every year. Every time you get a raise, increase your savings by 1 to 2%. You won't even notice it, but over time, it adds up massively. Step 3. Kill the comparison game. Stop comparing yourself to social media millionaires. They're the exception, not the rule. The average millionaire is 61 and got there through boring, consistent habits, not overnight success. Step 4. Use tax-advantaged accounts. Max out your 401k, your IRA, or whatever retirement accounts are available to you. The tax savings alone can add tens of thousands to your wealth over time. Step 5. Build an emergency fund. Keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in cash. This prevents you from having to raid your investments when life happens. Here's the bottom line. Most people never hit $1 million because they give up too early or never start at all. The median household peaks at around $410,000 in net worth, but you don't have to be average. If you start early, stay consistent, and let compound interest do its thing, you can absolutely hit 7 figures. It won't happen overnight. You probably won't see massive results for the first 10 or 15 years, but if you stick with it, by your 50s and 60s, you'll watch your wealth explode. The choice is yours. You can keep doing what everyone else does and end up with average results, or you can commit to the process today. Automate your savings, increase contributions over time, and trust the math. Your future self is watching. Make them proud. If you're ready to take action, drop a comment with your first step. Let's build wealth together. You've got this.